And we're back. Laurie, Lane-Zucker, Impact Entrepreneur, live at the SOCAP conference in San Francisco, California, with Alex Feher. Alex, you're from down under, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Where?
We're based in Sydney.
Sydney, Australia. I'll be down there in a few weeks. What do you do, Alex?
So part of what I do is run the Impact Investment Summit in Australia, together with this amazing team we have. And the other things I do is shift people, culture, values, leadership, all that sort of work. Yeah, the internal work.
I want to talk briefly about both. Now, I'm going down to Sydney in a few weeks for that summit. I'm terribly excited. It'll be my first time down under. And tell me about the summit, its origins, how long it's been going, and who comes to it.
Sure. So about 6 years ago, through Danny Almagor and the Impact Investment Group based in Australia, I met Charlie Kleisner in a boardroom luncheon. And I was so blown away by this guy and what he was saying that I came out of that meeting and I phoned a business partner of mine, and we'd been in the events business for many, many years. And I said, we have to do an Impact Investment Summit. This is it. It's like essential. You know, the world needs this. And that day we founded the summit, and I spoke to Danny and he was in, and they were backing us, and away we are 5 years later.
So this will be the fifth summit. How many people are you expecting this year?
We're expecting up to about 350 this year. So it's a bit of a mini SOCAP, almost 1/10 of the size. But, you know, our population is 1/10 of the size. So we're on track.
That's terrific. And how far afield? It's called the Asia Pacific Impact Investing Summit. So presumably you draw in people from outside Australia.
Yeah, I mean, we're drawing obviously a lot of people from the US, so quite a number of speakers and international guests from the US. We've got everyone coming in from Southeast Asia, quite a few people. We've got speakers from the region. You know, our Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade are very involved in the event and support us. And, you know, they help us create some of the content around this area as well. And a lot of Australian impact investment is being directed towards Southeast Asia. You know, especially in the gender lens stuff, that's a really happening space right now.
Broadly speaking, in the 5 years that you've been doing the summit, how would you characterize the growth of impact investing in the Asia Pacific region and specifically in Australia?
So 5 years ago, it was still very fringe, right? It was starting, there were some real flag bearers, some ambassadors running around talking about it. It was almost this tiny little group of people, well, tiny, you know, maybe 100 people in total. They all knew each other. And whenever there was an event, there was the same old faces. So part of our mission is like bring more people into the space. And I think and I hope that we've fulfilled some of that by introducing more and more people to the space through our summit. And therefore, we're seeing a bit of growth happening. And now the awareness of it is multiplied. You know, the press carries articles on impact investing constantly, like almost every week now. Financial press will have something about it. There's some major announcements coming out in terms of partnerships between government and investors in terms of what they're doing together. So it's definitely getting into the awareness. 5 years ago, it was like we couldn't even speak to newspaper editors about it. Like, what is this? No one's going to read this stuff, right? So yeah, big shift.
Are there any spots left for people who might want to register for the summit?
Yep, we do have some spots for people who want to register. We're filling up fast. I'm hoping we'll be sold out, but we'll never turn anyone away. We'll always find a space. So yeah, no, it's getting pretty full.
What is the domain name?
It's impactinvestmentsummit.com.
Perfect, great. Alex, thank you so much for coming.